Like, they always target, like, black people do a lot of drugs. Black people don't even fucking know drugs like that. We don't know drugs. We know crack, like I said, in the 80s, fucked up our families, right? We know weed, right? But we don't know drugs. We didn't start learning about drugs until we started going to Coachella with white people. Then we learned about drugs. Like, when we walk in that tent, they're like, what do you need? And you're like, all of these do different things? Like, so if I take this one, I'm going to see Jesus. That's what you're telling me? This one, I'm going to see Jesus. Like, we didn't know about uppers and downers and that. We didn't know all that weird shit. White people showed us that, right? This is how I knew black people didn't know drugs. This is when I really learned black people didn't know drugs. Remember when Bobby Brown came back on the scene after being gone for a minute? In the Ja Rule video, remember he hopped out there, look out, and I know you're getting bored dealing with them. Remember he was kicking and shit? And we was like, what the fuck is wrong with Bobby? And his lip was, remember his lip was hanging like somebody had went fishing and grabbed his ass. And we was like, what the fuck is wrong with Bobby, right? And somebody, I don't know who it was like, Bobby got that coke jaw. That's what happens when you do too much cocaine, you get that coke jaw, right? And I'm like, nobody questioned this. We were just like, yeah, sounds good to me. That's how it works. Because we don't know drugs. We don't know what the fuck coke does, right? Then the Bobby and Whitney movie comes out, and we found out Bobby had a stroke. And that is normal stroke symptoms for your shit to shut down like that. That's normal stroke shit. But we've been calling it coke jaw for 10, 15 years because we don't know what the fuck we talking about. Misdiagnosing people. You going over people's house for the holidays, Granny in the corner like, how you doing, baby? You're like, Granny on that shit. Look at Granny. Granny is on that shit. Get off the shit, Granny. Like, Granny had a stroke. She is 79. What 79-year-old do you know that's doing drugs like that? She had a fucking stroke. We Granny on that shit. Look at Granny. Granny on that shit. That's another reason why you know black people don't know drugs, because we just call it that shit. We never say what the drug is or what it does because we don't know them like that. So all you got to do is be acting a little goofy. That nigga on that shit right there. Look at him. That nigga on that shit. It's unfair. It's so unfair. Like, I'm tired. I'm not on any shit. I'm tired. I'm tired of being black. I'm exhausted. I'm so tired of looking presentable. I'm tired of it because black people are under the pressure to look presentable all the time, so you're not accused of being on the shit. So we got to have haircuts. We got to match. We got to pick out outfits. Like, white dudes can, I'm so jealous of white males. You guys can go outside looking any kind of way and nobody gives a fuck. Sandals in the middle of winter, dirty-ass feet. Ain't showered in a couple days, your hair nasty, ain't washed. It don't matter. You can walk outside looking grimy as fuck, and all somebody will say is, oh, he's earthy. White dudes get to be earthy. They get to be hippies. Let me not have on chapstick. That nigga on that shit right there. Look at that nigga. That nigga's on that shit. Look at his lips. Look at his lips. I know he about to suck a dick right now. Look at his lips. Like, I'm not on any shit. I just need a chapstick. I'm not on any shit. I'm not on anything.